Time for the best gridiron show in the Wabash Valley. In the Zone. Sponsored by Refreshment Services Pepsi, Terre Haute Savings Bank, and Union Center for Sports Medicine. Now your hosts, Rick Semler and Ross Rawling.
Good evening and welcome to our first In the Zone of 2012. I'm Rick Semler, that's Ross Rawling. And Ross, I don't know about you, but I am pumped up for another exciting season of high school football in the Wabash Valley.
Well, pumped up doesn't really say anything. It feels like Christmas. Week one kicked off tonight for our Indiana high school teams. We begin the season with numerous ranked teams in the Wabash Valley, several of them in action tonight, including Linton, Rockville, North Central, North Davies, and of course North Vermilion.
I'll tell you what do you think of Ross in that hat? I don't know if that fits him very well. We'll start the show with a team that is looking for the school's first winning season since 1999. I'm talking about Terre Haute South with one of their biggest senior classes in years and some really good talent led by quarterback Danny Etling. The Braves believe this is the year they can make some noise. Terre Haute South opened on the road at Indian Creek. All eyes, of course, on the Purdue commit, Danny Etling, and he went to the air right away. He finds his favorite target, Tyler Seibert. Look at Seibert's speed here, Ross.
You can tell he's a track star. He just runs away from the defense.
71 yards to the house. Those two just getting started. Again, Etling finding Seibert, and number 3 turning this into 6 for the good guys. It goes 53 yards. Some nifty moves there from Seibert. Braves go up 12-0. Late in the first half, Indian Creek gets a field goal from Morgan Harrison. Heck of a leg from this kid. South led at the break 12-3. Third quarter, Seibert hurts Indian Creek with what else? His running ability. He takes the handoff and races 25 yards to the promised land. South would go for 2, and guess who they're going to go to?
Probably Seibert. He's done it all night.
Ross is a smart guy. Etling to Seibert. South goes up 23 in the third. Super Bowl winning quarterback Trent Dilfer sent out a tweet today to Danny Etling saying shred them tonight, and that's exactly what the Purdue recruit did. Etling to Logan Stewart, touchdown Braves. Again, South goes for 2 and again scores on almost the same exact play as their other 2-point conversion. Etling to Seibert. Etling finished 17 of 27, 266 yards, and 4 touchdown passes. Indian Creek QB Ray Matthew, a TD strike, and all of a sudden the Braves lead is cut 28-16. Indian Creek would make things interesting in the fourth quarter with this rushing touchdown. After a 2-point conversion, they would get to within 4 at 28-24. Under 2 minutes to go, South ices it with who else? Etling to Seibert. These two are going to hook up a lot for scores this season, and they would make one heck of a tandem for fantasy football. I haven't had my draft yet. I might draft those two. What a night for Tyler Seibert. He had 4 touchdowns in the game, 3 receiving and 1 on the ground. Terre Haute South picks up a nice road win, 34-24. We promise you will hear from head coach Mark Rates coming up in a bit. At the end of the show, you'll hear from him on South's 34-24 win. Let's talk a little Terre Haute North football. They opened at Class 5A, 6th ranked Castle. Year in and year out, the Knights are a tough team to play at home. The North defense was bringing the lumber. Watch Austin Massey come flying in and deliver a big-time smash. Hello. Patriots again playing some defense. Massey and Cole Stewart bringing down the receiver. First half was all Castle tonight. The Knights find the end zone through the air. Eric Wilhite fires to Joe Redburn for the touchdown. Castle led 13-0. They built a 32-7 halftime lead. Terre Haute North made things interesting in the second half. Give the Patriots credit for never giving up and fighting back, but they fall. Castle wins 35-24. Guess what? Next week, we got Terre Haute North and Terre Haute South. I'll send it back over to Mr. Santa Claus, Ross Rawling.
So the Terre Haute schools split. One of the ranked teams in the area I mentioned earlier in the show, the Linton Miners. There's no sugarcoating this one. The Miners are absolutely loaded. They're ranked 2nd in the state in Class 1A, and it's really easy to see why. They have 19 starters back from a team that went 13-1 last year before losing at the semi-state. The Miners are not a team you want to see on your schedule. They opened up at Eastern Green. On the first drive, star quarterback Austin Carazia finds Coy Kaiser out of the backfield for the huge gain. Kaiser also gained 140 yards running the ball tonight. He is tough to contain. Same drive, Miners down inside the red zone, and Caracia drops back. A little play action. He finds Dane Rupska for the touchdown. 7-0 Miners. Credit Eastern Green, though. They drove it right back down the field on this tough Miner defense, but on 4th and 1, Jackson Bonnert comes off the edge, deflects the pass. The Miners would cruise from there. They start off the season with a 40-0 win over Eastern Green.
They even had a slow night and they win by 40.
No doubt. They're really, really tough. They prepare for Sullivan next week. North Central starts the season ranked 11th in the state in Class A. The T-Birds at Union tonight. Pick it up with Union back to punt on 4th down. It's a good-looking punt, but Chase Van Schoik's a good-looking player, and he has other ideas on what to do with this one. He gets around the outside, gets down inside the 10. Great blocking leads to great punt returns. That's good field position. The Thunderbirds would capitalize. Dylan Bailey passes out to Jordan Caton in the flat. Caton taking care of business. Watch him high step his way into the end zone. Love this at the end. Whoop! He gets the score, down 40-0. Credit Union for playing some smash mouth football. Sterling Langley takes the snap, comes barreling down the middle of the defense. Serious power for the touchdown. But North Central, pretty good team, and they're too tough tonight. This is Bailey again, doing it with his feet this time. The quarterback getting around to the outside, gets up close and personal with our cameraman at the end of this. Look at that. He gets the score. The Thunderbirds, impressive on opening night. They win 60-14 over Union. We're going to take our first time out of the show. When we return, we'll have action from Northview and West Vigo.
Where'd the hat go?
What?
Where'd the hat go?
The hat, it's somewhere around here.
Never know what you're going to get from Ross. Plus highlights from Vincennes, Lincoln, and North Davies. Stay with us.
Now back to Rick Semler and Ross Rawling.
Welcome back to In the Zone for the third year in a row. West Vigo opened against Evansville. Harrison, the Vikings are still looking to beat the Warriors. Harrison has knocked off West Vigo each of the last 2 years. The West Vigo students having a good time in the stands. Evansville Harrison QB Eric Blackman on 3rd and 8 finds Aaron Killebrew for a 17-yard score. That is one heck of a TD grab by Killebrew. Harrison would go for 2 and get it. They go up 8-0. Vikings defensive lineman Patrick McVeigh was one-man wrecking crew. He throws the Harrison running back for a big loss. Later in the game, it's that McVeigh guy again. He's Johnny on the spot, landing on the fumble to end the Harrison drive. But it was a tough opener for West Vigo. They fall to Evansville Harrison 52-7. Northview was at home hosting Broad Ripple. Enjoyed the spirit of the night student section. Meet Northview 6'3", 310-pound defensive lineman Trenton Evans. He's a force to be reckoned with. The Northview defense came to play tonight. Broad Ripple coughs up the football. Senior Drake McKee at the bottom of the pile lands on it for Northview, but Northview gets the ball back. This play kind of sums up their night. The ensuing drive, Jesse Miller rumbles in from 17 yards out, but it's called back because of a holding penalty. The Northview offense struggled all game, but their defense certainly didn't. Daniel Kimball in the backfield right when they hand it off. That D-line was great. Second quarter, Broad Ripple QB Tyler Metcalf throws a 46-yard touchdown pass to give the Rockets a 6-0 lead, and Broad Ripple would never look back. They beat Northview tonight 18-9.
Well, Vincennes, Lincoln, and Sullivan have given us some great basketball games over the years, that's for sure. Tonight, the two schools meet on the football field. The Golden Arrows and Alice's collided down in Vincennes. Arrows with the football early on, and quarterback Payne Fortner rolling out of the pocket. Watch him find Michael Hutchcraft. Hutchcraft turns it upfield. He picks up a huge gain, finishes the play with power. I love the enthusiasm. He gets up and he's pumped. Same drive, it's Fortner rolling out again. Things don't quite go so well this time. Garrett Smith with the pick for the Alices. That would lead to points on the other end. Only 3 points, but an impressive 3 at that. Check this out. Kicker Kyle Richardville lines up a 47-yard field goal.
Wow.
Nails it right down the middle of the uprights. How nice is it to have a high school kicker that can knock that
We
down?
got some kickers in this area.
No doubt about it. It's like a kicking breeding ground.
Kickers you around here.
Move it to the second quarter. Alice is still leading. Forced to punt here. The Arrows defense collapses after the botched snap. That forces a turnover, but it wouldn't be enough for the Arrows tonight. Vincennes Lincoln picks up the 5-point win, beating Sullivan 19-14. Class A, 15th ranked North Davies hosted Tecumseh. Dakota Adams picked up tough yards on the ground all night. Look at this run. Hop, skip over the defense for a couple extra yards. That extended the drive, and on 4th and 10, Cougar's going to go for it. Brady Helms off play action, tosses it right in front of our cameras to Shannon Chesterfield.
Coach's son, which means what?
He can play quarterback.
Exactly.
Wide open in the end zone there. That was a 13-0 lead for the Cougars. Then watch the stout Cougar D showing itself. 3 Cougars chase down the Braves quarterback, collapse on him for the loss, and North Davies would go on to win that game 36-28. Still to come, we'll have highlights of Rockville, North Vermilion, and South Vermilion.
Plus, we'll introduce you to tonight's Sports 10 Spirit Award winners, and we'll show you the smashes of the night. We got some great ones when we return. And welcome back to In the Zone. Few teams in the area have been as successful as Rockville lately. The Rocks have had 9 straight winning seasons and enter this year ranked 7th in the state in Class A. Tough opener for Rockville at Seeger tonight. Seeger QB Cole Blessings gets a big blessing on this play. It should have been brought down. Somehow Rockville can't bring him down. He pitches to Tyler Munson, and the Seeger running back has lots of green in front of him, and you know where he's going.
To the ball.
Seeger would convert the 2-point conversion to go up 8-0. Second quarter, Rockville to the air. Ryan Lewis over the middle to Robbie Foster, and that's a Rockville touchdown. They were down 8-6. Rocks go for 2 and get it when Lewis takes the snap and follows his blockers into the end zone. Rockville, though, gets upset tonight. It's not easy to win on the road in conference. Seeger wins 24-12, but I'm not worried about the Rocks. Head coach Herb King will get Rockville going before season's end. Ross.
Well, without a doubt, the team that gave us the biggest surprise last year, North Vermilion. The Falcons won sectionals for the first time since 1993. With most of that team back this year, North V's poised for another big season. North Vermilion at home against Turkey Run tonight. Braden Woodard inheriting the quarterback duties from Dalton McCool. Jeff Woods throwing the welcome party here. Woods gets the interception for the Warriors, but don't worry, Woodard would come back with a vengeance. This time, he's doing it with his feet. Check out Braden Woodard, get to the next level, then throw it into overdrive all the way to the barn, untouched for the score. More Woodard. He's going back to the air this time. Woodard hooking up with Wade Harrison. Harrison doing the dirty work for Woodard. He tiptoes down the sideline into the end zone. That made it 48-0 Falcons. They go on to pick up an impressive win. North Vermilion wins 61-0 to kick off the season. Just down the road on State Road 63, South Vermilion was at home facing Covington. Second quarter, the Wildcats driving, and Adam Crouch hands it off to Daniel Shue. Shue gets around the end and finishes the run strong for a 10-yard pickup. Same drive, Crouch faking the inside handoff. He goes to his man Shue again. Looks like a broken play, but Shue shrugs off some tacklers and makes something out of nothing for the 5-yard gain. To the air this time, it's the same duo, but Crouch passing. This time zipping it into Shue, and he just refuses to go down. Look at him battle for every inch down inside the red zone. And that set up the handoff to Tanner Akers. He plunges into the end zone for the score. South Vermilion wins their first game in how many, Rick?
Since 2009, snapped 21-game losing streak.
27-7, they beat Covington.
Now, guess what's back for the 4th year in a row? It's the Sports 10 Spirit Award, which is brought to you by Tempo Furniture.
We love that each and every week. We're going to honor the schools that show the most support for their teams with the Sports 10 Spirit Award.
And remember, at the end of the football season, the Sports 10 Spirit Award trophy will be handed out to the school with the best spirit. And remember, you, the fans, will determine the winner in October by online voting at WTHI-TV.com. Time now for tonight's Sports 10 Spirit Award. And we'll start with the Northview fans. Like the spirit there.
Look at that. Really representing America. America.
North Vermilion, they got a lot to cheer about this season, all dressed out in their blue. And of course, you like this here coming up. We don't have it on. West Vigo students were supposed to be on there. They were doing the roller coaster. Let's do our smashes now. Time now for the smashes of the night. We'll start with Linton. You were at this game. This is Coy Kaiser.
He had a huge game, but right there, Kaiser gets stuck. Look at that hit.
By Jake Johnson of Eastern Green. Then Eastern Green running back, Jared Groomer running over defenders. Wow, what a play.
Knocks off the helmet. Tough one there.
Terre Haute North's Austin Massey here coming up with a big-time hit. Right there.
From out of the picture, he finishes the play.
Last hit, Evansville Harrison's TK Goins levels the West Vigo player. Now, as we told you, here's head coach Mark Rates on his team's 34-24 win.
You know, Indian Creek's a good team, and I think they're year in, year out one of the best teams in 3A. And, you know, we came here to their place, and they definitely gave us a fight. But I thought our guys showed good resolve, and, you know, we were able to come out with the win. I think Danny responded well. I think he was trying to press a little too hard early. You know, at times I think he was putting a little too much pressure on himself, but there, you know, I think he relaxed, and he was able to make some good throws down the stretch. And you know, that last touchdown pass was a crucial play, and he put it right on the money.